Jay's been on a while.
Yep. Jay in Virginia.
Hi, Jay.
Hey.
Hey, do you know Duke? Because he was also in Virginia.
No.
All right.
No.
Oh, you're gonna want to turn. You're gonna want to turn down. We can hear ourselves on a delay in the background.
I was trying to watch your show. I'm an atheist. I believe humans created God.
Oh.
But that's not my question. Is my question?
Wait, I didn't hear that. One more time. What was it you said you believe?
I believe man created God.
Okay.
I see. I misinterpreted.
I'm sorry. Kind of nervous. It's my first time calling.
Oh, no problem.
My question is, okay, I'm an atheist, but question is, like, do you believe in a supernatural, like, ghosts? Because every time I went to a trip, they showed, like, evidence, like videotapes and VIP. And because I'm not believing in the supernatural or anything, but the evidence, convinced me there's a spirit, like a spirit ghost. So what do you think? My question is, if there's evidence of a supernatural, sorry, I'm kind of nervous. There might be a God or something if they, because when they went to the trip and
Wait, are you asking if we believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Me neither.
You don't. If it didn't show like the tapes or via VIP, like of the voice of evidence towards that.
Tapes or VIP? What?
Yeah, via these the voice of vomit.
Electronic voice phenomenon, EVF.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, to show you that and the evidence.
You might remember when I was a teenager and active in the church, there was a trend focusing on backward masking in rock and roll music where you would play your records backwards and they would have secret hidden messages. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out we hear things. And it turns out that we have brains that try to make sense of things even if they don't necessarily make sense, which is why we see faces in things, in tree bark and in bushes and in other things, because our brains are designed to recognize faces. It's one of the reasons why when there's a rustling in the bush, you make one of two mistakes. You either assume that it's nothing and you get eaten, in which case you don't pass on your genes, or you assume it's something and you live to propagate. But you survived independent of whether or not there was a predator in the bush. And so that process has encouraged us to pass along flawed thinking and flawed reasoning because on occasion it has saved our lives. Similarly, not only are we there to recognize faces and potential threats, but we thrive on recognizing voices. And you know how you can be in a crowded room and everybody's talking, but you can have a conversation with one person and you have no idea what anybody else is talking. It's like they all fade away. So you can focus in on that one thing. If you're listening to noise, or things that sound like voices or are voices being played in a weird sense, your brain almost has no choice but to try to make sense of it. And so that's the best explanation I have for both backward masking and electronic voice phenomenon, things like that. Now, as far as the ghost story shows on the air quotes History Channel and stuff like that, it's a bunch of edited garbage as far as I can tell. If we had discovered actual evidence for ghosts, it wouldn't be on a TV show that they tease for 2 weeks of we're going to this haunted house and did we actually find evidence of a ghost? It would be before the Nobel Committee and everybody else of we have discovered the truth of what happens to souls after they die and we've, evidence for the supernatural. It's the same. It's a TV show.
And maybe with all those camera crews and everything like that, they would have caught something on camera other than like, oh, this light lit up.
Yeah.
I took a trip about paranormal. They say they were skeptics, but they use tools to investigate.
Yeah.
I thought they actually recordings and stuff. I believe there might be a supernatural.
Yeah, one key thing to remember is that anybody can say they're a skeptic, and they might even be a skeptic, and yet not be being skeptical about this particular subject. Skepticism is something that is demonstrated as being applied to a claim, and not just, hey, I'm a skeptic, and I think that the earth is flat. Because anybody could say that.
Well, you got my answer question.
Yeah, so far as I can tell, not only is there nothing supernatural, I don't even know how one would go about presenting evidence for the supernatural, because let's say that we...
What about a videotape, like a chair moved or something?
You don't think... Have you never seen a movie that had ghosts in it?
Yeah, I've seen movies.
Okay.
It's all fake and stuff.
Yeah, so you let's say there's a videotape and a chair moves. What is the explanation for why that chair moved?
I don't know. It just said
Good one.
move it its own.
Yeah, I don't know either,
Yeah.
but I am aware that there are ways to fake that, and that there are potential natural explanations where a breeze blew through and, rocked a rocking chair without it having to be a ghost. Let's say, though, that we had a videotape of a closed room with no air circulating, and we were at least fairly confident that nobody was actively trying to trick us. It was just a de facto kind of security tape, and a chair started rocking. How could we ever conclude that the best explanation is that there was a ghost?
I thought the videotape just shows it.
Yeah,
The evidence of the videotape.
What did it show?
It showed a chair moved.
But what did it
And
show? What
it-
moved it?
No, it just moved. It's like moved. I just saw it moved.
Yeah. So what Jenna's pointing out is that
It was not doctored.
what Jenna's pointing out is that the tape is evidence that a chair moved, not evidence of how it moved. And the fact that we don't have an explanation for how it moved means that we don't have an explanation. It doesn't mean that we're justified in concluding that it was a ghost, because
Or
we couldn't
fairies.
we couldn't think of anything else. Maybe God moved the chair.
Oh. So we don't know what it is. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And it's okay to say that.
Yeah. That's why I'm so kind of confused on the
Yeah.
my brain's gonna
No, it's
okay.
we're all that way.
the chair.
Getting
Yeah, the chair move. I thought there was evidence of a supernatural.
No, you got to take each thing that happens and be like, okay, I think this happened or I think that's happened, and then you have to investigate. Then that's all we're doing. We're just taking every single claim and just investigating each one and trying to figure out if it's true or not. And if we don't know, that's all we can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I think that's it. You got my question answered.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Keep reaching for I don't know until you have good reason to say, hey, I know.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call.